With the power of Tandem HR, you are in the fast lane on Main Street with Get Down to Business with Shalom Klein, the show for business and jobs. Now, the champion of networking, the advocate of jobs, the guru of business, your host, Shalom Klein.
One of the marks of successful people is that they are action-oriented. One of the marks of average people is that they are talk-oriented. That's from Brian Tracy. We are all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. In business, we talk a lot about business here. You're on with Get Down to Business, and I'm your host, Shalom Klein. Remember, you can always download podcasts from Get Down to Business on my website at shalomklein.com. And while you are there, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Shalom Klein. Get Down to Business is powered by our friends over at Tandem HR, your solution center. You can find them on the web at tandemhr.com. Be sure to visit their website, check out their blog and all their fantastic information about human resources, payroll, or you can call them at 630-928-0510, 630-928-0510, tandemhr.com. This week, we will be joined by guests Alex Bratton, Stephen Dime of Flowers for Dreams, Andrea Stores of ADMS Inc. and The Arc, and Michael Slater of Speed Networking Solutions. It's going to be a jam-packed week of content and information that you will not want to miss. It's a live show. That's right. You could call me with your questions and ask any of our guests your business questions, your entrepreneurship questions, your employment questions. That's right. Call our live show at 312-642-5600, 312-642-5600. At the end of the show, I'm also going to be sharing some tips for organizing your business cards, so you won't want to miss that. We've got a great lineup over here. But first, to sort of start off our great week of entrepreneurial information, we've got Alex Bratton of LexTech on the line with us here on Get Down to Business. Alex, thanks for joining us on the air.
Absolutely. It's great to be here.
Alex, I actually heard you speak a few weeks ago, and one of the things that you said, you used this line repeatedly. You said that you're reinventing processes with mobile. What does that mean?
There's a huge renaissance really happening in business today, and it's mobile that's actually driving it. Mobile becomes the Trojan horse for simplifying processes. You can't do complicated on a small screen, so what it's forcing us to do is rethink how we do things in business, rethink how much information we're capturing on those huge paper forms, and it's forcing simplicity. And that's driving huge returns for companies that are doing that.
And Alex, is this something that only big businesses are taking advantage of, or is this something that you think small businesses should be considering as they plan their strategy for the next few months and certainly for 2015?
The big businesses really kicked it off and have been starting to focus more and more on it, but I think it's an opportunity for everybody in business. And it really boils down to just looking at how do you do what you do? Look at those processes and specifically try to find, are there pain points or things in those processes that are slower than they should be that apps can solve? You don't have to go build that app yourself necessarily. There are millions of them available in the App Store, but find a pain point and then see if mobility can help with it.
Well, this is something that's so critical, and I don't think it's spoken enough about, mobile technology, mobile apps to communicate with customers, but also to provide those services and provide a convenience to those that we're all trying to serve. We're all working so hard in our small businesses trying to reach out, and our customers are out there using, mobile, and it's up to us, business owners, up to us entrepreneurs to sort of embrace that technology and make it accessible and make it as easy as possible. And we'd love to hear your questions, listeners, on the subject. We are taking calls for Alex at 312-642-5600, 312-642-5600. But Alex, let's start from the beginning. How did you get into this? And tell us a little bit about LexTech.
Well, I have been a technology entrepreneur for a long time. I founded 12 different companies, and for me, my passion has always been about how do I help people thrive in their work setting using technology, and that's what it's always been about. I founded LexTech back in 2001, really with that mission, and back in the old days, it was really doing more web-centered technologies. But with the advent of easy-to-use smartphones, we really shifted and have been exclusively mobile since 2007, helping mid-market and larger companies again, apply technology so someone can do their whole job from a mobile platform.
And Alex, LexTech is a Chicago-based business?
We are. We've got a couple of offices here in Illinois, really focused on supporting customers nationally, but we're based here, really changing the world here from the Midwest.
Fantastic. And Alex, we actually have a call from Mike in Northbrook with a question for you about mobile technology. Mike, thanks for joining us on Get Down to Business.
Oh, thanks, Shalom. Thanks for taking my call. You've got a great show. I've got a question for Alex. Alex, I've got a small business. I'm generating about just under $1 million a year. It's a kind of a high-volume hardware store, and I sell a lot of items. And I've thought for a while that maybe I should have an app created for my business, but I don't know anything about that, and I certainly don't know what that would cost. Can you give me some guidance on that?
Absolutely. So the first question would be, and this is a trap that, and especially the big companies really fall into, is being careful to avoid the obvious app. So the obvious app, based on what you've run through for me, would be something that is potentially just pushing specials to your customers. That's something people have been using email for, those kind of things. So the key is really identifying what are the challenges that people have learning about what you've got either on sale or coming into your store. Or, more often the case where I really see the opportunities is there an opportunity for your employees to do something more effectively inside your business? So it's really looking at what are the pain points that mobility can solve and being careful not to fall into the trap of just, hey, I need an app. If you're looking at building apps, it's the same question as what does it cost to build a house? It could be $20,000. It could be $10 million. So there's a huge range based on functionality. My first recommendation, again, would be if you can see where you're looking to potentially apply mobility, there are a lot of great solutions that already exist out there in app stores and app frameworks that you can get put together relatively inexpensively, so I would search there first.
Fantastic. And Alex, I know when I saw you a few weeks ago, I asked you a question whether an app is out there yet that can actually respond to my emails for me, and any update on that?
There are actually some great tools out there to help you manage email, but fully functional in that way, not yet.
Oh, gosh. Well, talking about time management and contact management and email management, that's something we talk a lot about over here on Get Down to Business. But Alex, it sounds like you have a wealth of information, a lot of advice, again, big businesses and small business. We're talking with Alex Bratton of LexTech, who's, again, just a ton of information about mobile technology, both in utilizing the tools that are already out there, as well as, of course, encouraging small business owners and entrepreneurs to build new technology to both communicate with customers as well as, I fly a lot. I travel a great deal, and there's quite a few apps available through the airlines that you can select your seats. Is that sort of, what's the most advanced app that you've seen so far?
Well, the most advanced app, actually, it would be one that we helped put together for another organization that I own called LexRay, and it mobile enables all of the physical security, so all of the video surveillance in use by government agencies and large cities, big enterprises, and drives both that and building control systems, all kinds of really complicated integration, but it makes it easy, and it puts it into people's hands so they can make better decisions. And it's one of the most advanced mobile applications on the planet.
Just incredible. Again, we're talking with Alex Bratton of LexTech, talking about mobile technology, and you're quite the entrepreneur yourself, and you've written a book, and we've got just about a minute and a half remaining. Alex, how can people contact you to learn more about the book, as well as everything that you do over at LexTech and all your sort of innovation in technology that you've told us so much about?
The book is called $1 Billion Apps, and it's really focused on how do you solve business problems using mobility and using apps. And it works for anybody who's thinking about applying mobile apps in their business, whether that's small or large. And it's really targeted at folks who aren't the technologists but need to use technology to drive change. More information is available at returnonapps.com. For those that are interested a little bit more in applying mobile apps in an enterprise and somebody to help them do that, that's what LexTech is all about, and that's LEXTECH.com.
Fantastic, Alex. Again, thanks for joining us on the show. We'll continue to have you back to talk more about technology. And speaking about technology, our next guest after the break is Stephen Dime from Flowers for Dreams. And he's doing some really cool stuff with his website. And would love to hear from him what sort of technology he's been utilizing. But again, Alex, fantastic job. And we're looking forward to picking your brain on some other topics in technology. Get Down to Business is brought to you in part by Everett Wealth Solutions, a registered investment advisor and financial planning firm, a fiduciary advisor that helps you create your personal wealth. You can find them at everettwealthsolutions.com or call 708-771-7777. Once again, Everett Wealth Solutions. You can find them at everettwealthsolutions.com or call 708-771-7777. After the break, we're talking with Stephen Dime of Flowers for Dreams, a great entrepreneur himself. And you can join me and fellow entrepreneurs at the business event on October 30th. It's an all-day free business and employment expo at Block 37. Check out the website, register online at thebusinessevent.com. After the break, Stephen Dime from Flowers for Dreams, and you could call us at 312-642-5600. We're taking your questions. Stick around after the break. More small business and entrepreneurship.